Can you imagine a world without the internet? Can you imagine just one day without electricity? For me, that would be extremely painful. I would hate it. I just flew back this morning from a conference in Monaco, and there were 2,700 delegates there. And I would not have been able to communicate during these days without my phone, without my computer. I was an early adopter of social media. And this was before Facebook, it was before LinkedIn. And I could early see that how you can use it to share your knowledge, connect with people all over the world, and show your skills. And I believe that we can all use the digital tools available in a smarter and more creative way and make a bigger impact. In the future, innovation is likely to involve digital media. It's likely to involve new technologies. And how well we are progressing in our lives and with our organizations will depend on how well we are welcoming new ideas. How are you opening the doors and saying hi to the new ideas when they are there? Some people might find it a bit scary to use new digital ideas. They might find technology a bit pushing them outside their comfort zone, not really there. And there's a risk that you will say no to good ideas, just because you don't know what is possible. And I believe that in the future, we need leaders who know how to use the digital tools, who know how to use them in the best way possible. And you know, we have loads of problems in society. Just think about infrastructure, environment, education, healthcare. All these systems have huge problems, and we need to find solutions. And future leaders, digital influencers, they know how to welcome new ideas, and they know how to use them, and they know how to make the most of them. So who do you think will come up with new digital ideas? Just going to be there suddenly? I believe that the new ideas are likely to come from people like you, people like me, because we are using lots of digital tools and lots of technologies in our daily life. And we can see how what we are doing personally can fit in to what we're doing in our organization and where we are involved. And it's about us, how we are learning about the idea development process, how we are learning to say yes to the things that are there. Because if you come into a pattern where we're saying no to different ideas, too often, we're going to be left far, far behind. In one of my past jobs, my job was to introduce new digital technologies. And the reactions were quite different. Some people absolutely loved it. They thought it was amazing. Other people, they were more skeptical, and they were most likely to say no. And I had to come up with a strategy about how to nurture the new ideas. So the first thing I did when I had a new idea and when we were working on something, I only shared it with people I trusted. I had a few people around me who I knew were positive, and I just shared my idea with them. And that was like giving padding, an extra layer of padding around my idea. And then also the idea was equipped with a first aid kit. And then I was also very aware about my own language and behavior. I was very positive to other people's ideas. And everybody wanted to share everything that was new with me first. I became the honeypot which the bees were drawn to. And that generated lots of creative power. Then when I'd done that, when I've been padding up my idea, make it a little bit stronger, it was ready to be shared with a wider audience. And I did that with more confidence because I knew my idea could stand on its own legs. And even the most critical people, that kind of people who almost think that there is a gold medal for being most critical, I could even share it with them. And the idea would still be alive after that meeting. I like to look at an organization, look at the different sort of kind of organization as a life of a human being. When an organization is born, they are hungry, they're curious, they're doing new things every day, and enormous development. Then the organization becomes a teenager. They are quite cheeky. They like hanging out with their friends. They're trying out new things and looking for their own identity. Always connected online, using digital tools all the time, knows everything about the latest what's going on. Then some organizations can enter the life of an adult. Adults are slightly more resistant to change. They know who they like to hang out with, and they know who they like to build relationships with. They are aware about many of the digital tools that are there, and that they should use them, but they're not really sure how to use them. Then, some organizations become institutionalized. They become oldies. And they know exactly what they want for lunch, breakfast, dinner. They're not building any more relationships. They know what they like, they know what they don't like. They've heard about the digital world and the digital era, but they're not using it that well. Examples of companies or organizations who became institutionalized oldies can be Kodak. In the UK, it could be HMV, could be Blockbusters. They denied that the digital era was here, and they didn't listen to new ideas. So, the cheeky teenagers, that's my favorite companies. What do they have in common? Well, they have a few things in common. They are likely to change the way that their industry makes money. Think about Skype, what Skype has done to the telecom industry. They totally changed it, changed the landscape, invented new way of income streams for the businesses who are now active in the telecom industry. And the cheeky teenage companies are also likely to build new platforms, invite all their friends to them, use technology in a new way, and let other people contribute to their success. An example of that could be Amazon's Kindle. Anyone in the world can be a publisher now. You don't have to wait to publish a book. You can publish it online thanks to Amazon. Another way that they are successful is that they have visible leaders. And they are also very good at listening to ideas. They're listening to the customers' ideas and their staff's ideas, and they're looking after them. An example of that could be the website that Starbucks set up. Anyone who's a customer can suggest an idea, you can follow up the idea, and you can see how it's developed. It's totally transparent if they're taken on board. So how many more average ideas does the world need today? I would say none. We don't need more mediocre ideas. We need great ideas. But idea development can be quite complex. And in the beginning, it can be quite hard to distinguish whether it's a great idea or is it a bad idea. Because from the worst idea, the worst, craziest, most outrageous idea, the most beautiful inspiration might arise. And your idea that you are working on might just be an ugly duckling that need to find its new friends. So, are you suggesting new ideas? And how are you welcoming new ideas? And do you dare to become a cheeky teenager? Thank you.